All right, y'all. I'm gonna give you my perspective on why I believe Errol Spence unbeat Terrence Crawford in a boxing match. Now, Terrence Crawford is a very outstanding boxer. I believe he boxed. I believe he's one of the people that can do it all. He can fight going backwards. He can fight sideways. He can fight southpaw. He can fight orthodox. He can fight on. He even can fight off the ropes. You know, he's a very special talent. I, you can't take none of that away from him. And but sometimes styles make fights, and I believe Earl Spence's style will give most of or either all of the welterweights. And I'll tell you why I believe that. And before this video is over with, but I always said when Earl Spence is gonna start getting his losses, Earl Spence is gonna be more remembered for from 147 to 54. But I believe he's gonna start getting his losses if he move up to 60. That's when he's gonna probably get into some big fights and maybe lose. But I say for 147 to 54, I see the kid beating all the guys at 54 and 47. But let me explain why Crawford. I believe Earl Spence will be Crawford. And this all this coming from. It's not coming from hate. It's not coming from sides. This come from years of sparring. I have sparred everybody from 147 to heavyweight. I have sparred 540, 47 pounders all the way up to 200 pounders. And that's no lie. I have the experience of actually knowing what I'm seeing when I look at these boxers because I've been through all that. I've sparred every kind of people, fast people, strong people, people with good jabs, people with good left hooks, people with good body shots, people with combination punching, people slick boxers. I done sparred and fought every particular style. Not even was going to turn pro in '94, but the guy that was training me got shot. His name is Courtney Bridget. He's a heavyweight boxer from Baltimore. So I really lost interest in it, and I really wasn't interested in it because in '94, I done had like 3 years out the ring, without being in the ring. I was just working, but it's a long story. But let me get into this Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence. Earl Spence. Earl Spence, like when I'm showing you this video because it's gonna be kind of familiar. I believe this was not 100%. I believe this was a part. This was a 75% Spence or 60% Spence. I don't believe he was at his best in this fight. But at this fight, what he was able to do is stop. He was able to stop Mikey Garcia from actually throwing a lot of punches, and he was actually able to stop an excellent counter puncher. Mikey Garcia is excellent at seeing what people want to do and reading what they're going to do and combat that with with his style. But Spence style is so awkward. Mikey Garcia was never able to get comfortable in there. He was never able to get his punches off, and he's very excellent at that. I believe he's better at that aspect of fighting than Terrence Crawford is. Earl Spence have a way of when he's using his lead hand, and you so busy about his lead hand, it causes you to go off balance, and it's disrupt your offense. His moving and the way he keep working that jab, his lead hand up and down. He's using it all kind of ways, and you'll constantly be working. You'll constantly be working, and so I believe that by the fifth or sixth rounds, Crawford will get tired of moving backwards like Mikey Garcia would and try to come forward and win the fight another way. I believe he's that versatile where he can come in and try to win the fight coming forward and putting hands on Spence. And I believe that will ultimately make him lose the fight or getting stopped. or getting stopped in a fight. Look at Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia cannot get his offense off because of Earl Spence's lead hand. And this wasn't 100% Earl Spence. This was him partying. This is him having to kill himself to make weight. But now he's in tremendous shape. He's in tremendous shape. So he could do this a lot more. He can do this a lot more. And it's gonna cause these welterweights a whole lot of problems. It's gonna take somebody that's able to withstand that lead hand and withstand his punches and push him backwards and neglect him uh, um and neutralize his lead hand. But I don't see nobody at 154 and 147 neutralizing that lead hand. As long as he's able to pump that jab to your body, put it in your face, take his steps around, keep changing positions, and keep coming at you with that lead hand, I don't believe you will be able to win the fight like that. I believe you would have to be able to come forward or even stop that lead hand. And I don't see Crawford able to do it. I don't see how he'll be able to do it. Because if he run into a shot with the green machines and Gamboa, he gonna run into all kinds of problems with Earl Spence. He gonna run into a whole lot of problems. And this was the pound for pound Terrence Crawford that got hit with that shot from the green machine. He gonna eat hundreds of those shots. This or worse shots than that from Earl Spence. And he gonna be getting off the canvas for real. I believe Earl Spence's style is very tricky. And once he fight Danny Garcia, y'all gonna understand what I'm talking about when y'all talk about that lead hand and people balance and people trying to get into a rhythm. Boxing is a rhythm type of sport. You gotta be able to get in your rhythm. You will never be able to get in your rhythm. You will be fighting at Earl Spence pace. And his pace is fast pace. And you never see Crawford fight at a fast pace. He usually dissecting his opponent, finding out where they're going to be at, what position they're going to be at, and then he go to work later and fight. But he won't have the luxury to do that against Earl Spence because Earl Spence start pushing early. He start pushing early. And I believe it's going to be too much, and it is going to be too much for Crawford's style. Is that going to stop Crawford from winning other titles? No. He's still going to be a Hall of Famer. He's still going to be this and that, but I don't believe he's going to be able to beat Earl Spence because he's not going to be able to stand up against that lead hand. He's going to eventually probably try to fight him and get inside and try to fight, and that's going to cause him to get hit with some stuff he don't see and maybe causing him to get knocked out late. That's when I'm picking a late round stoppage from Earl Spence. So I talk in boxing on a boxing level. It's not no likes or disliking, none of that, because at all level I respect. I respect all of them. Some I respect more than others, but generally it's respect for all of them because I know what it is to try to earn a living in boxing. It's not easy. It's not an easy lifestyle. Not an easy lifestyle. So that's my opinion. That's my 2 cents. This is why I believe Earl Spence beats Terrence Crawford. Peace.